Brace me.
Oh, yes.
Good. My legs are so long, I don't have to deal with them. This is not necessarily long. I've got a lot of buddies here tonight, so I'm going to talk about my roommate, my best friend, Shay. I don't know why she ever consented to live with me. When I was in high school, I coerced my parents into taking us to Vancouver for spring break because I was really tired of going to Caledonia every year, and I wanted to go somewhere exotic. So what better place than Vancouver, Canada? And one day we were at the Caledonia suspension bridge, and we left to go take pictures in front of Cleveland Dam, which is this really beautiful mountain range. But while we were taking pictures, there's a parking lot and a giant hill, and then where you take pictures. And because the hill obscured the view of our car, it also obscured the view of a bunch of randos going through our Yukon, taking everything their little hands could grab. And we realized this about 15 minutes after we left, when my sister's friend was like, I don't know where my phone is. And as we were looking through our stuff, we're realizing more and more things are gone. And my mother, who's a chronic pain patient, turns around and says, the drugs. To anyone who's not in our immediate family, that sounds like my mom was like a drug trafficker, and that's why we paid for this trip. So I'm like, that's unsettling, Mom, please clarify that. And about $25,000 street value of morphine and Provigil are not taken, and we start realizing more and more as we're looking, we're like, these guys this must be their first time. It must be, because all they absconded with was an iPod, a phone, my backpack, which had a purse in it, which had a lot of bottle caps in it that I'd been collecting off the ground because I could. I didn't really have an agenda. I wanted them with me. And my wallet, which didn't have my license in it, but it had 10,000 Korean won, 10 euros, 5 Canadian dollars, 5 American dollars. I would love to see the guy with my wallet rifling out, like, this must belong to the world's poorest spy. You can't do this kind of espionage with peasant money. And so it's a bad day. We go back to our hotel. I go to sleep because I don't want to deal with all these emotions I'm feeling about today. The next morning I wake up again on Facebook. My sister's friend has uploaded every picture from the previous day, including the pictures of us that were taken, the obligatory family glamour shots, in front of the mountain range. And I get real bitter real fast, because I'm like, if I knew then what I know now. And so I scrunch my face up and I get pissed. The whole time in this trip, by the way, Shay had messaged me on Facebook saying, hey, you posted in some group that you need a roommate. And I was like, I read all the information she sent me, and I was like, yeah, you live with me, enjoying friendship time, please come here. Because she's awesome. And Olivia takes a video of me as I'm looking at the computer, which I didn't realize at the time, and I'm doing this. Look at this beautiful mountain range. Nothing bad could ever happen here. The beauty of the mountains would stop it. In that voice. This is the only video of me tagged on Facebook. And at the time, I said that I'm from Budapest, Hungary, which is not true. Nothing on Facebook of my home location is ever true. At one point, I had Cinnabar Island on there until you had to start using real places. And so, at the time, Shay actually had watched it and decided to live with me anyway. She would have no problem bringing back people to our dorm, being like, hey, this is my roommate. Oh, hey guys, you want to go celebrate? I'm feeling really hungry. I'm like, oh god, she makes puns about the country she's from, oh my god. Why am I living with you? But she chose to live with me anyway, and now we share a king-size bed because I can't afford to bring my mattress back to Athens. But she's 5 feet tall, so sometimes she might as well not be there, because a king-size bed is enormous. I never slept in one before until now. And she talks in her sleep, and I have insomnia, so I take a very long time to fall asleep. She falls asleep almost immediately. And about 2 weeks ago, in the middle of the night, she just started going, who did what, did the triangle. And I was like, are you an Illuminati sleeper cell? Triangles? This is cute. I don't know how she puts up with me. I spit on the floor like 2 weeks ago. I called something up and I spit it on the floor, and then immediately was like, why did I do that? She was looking at me from the bathroom and she was like, it's okay. I was like, I don't know how you put up with this at all. I wouldn't put up with it. I would be horrified to put up with it. But she's really awesome. But the job I work is, I can't talk at all. We're very quiet in the rating room, and my dad makes a lot of noises all the time, and so that trait was passed on to me. And because I can't make noises in the rating room, they all build up throughout the day until I get home. And usually this happens when I'm about to go to sleep, and I start remembering every embarrassing thing that's happened to me since I was 3, and I just make some noise like, in the bed in the middle of the night, and she's just like, what's wrong, boo-boo? And I'm like, I just remember this time in preschool when I peed my pants during the Pledge of Allegiance, and I know that sounds made up because it was all alliteration, but it's true. I just remember like dumb, horrible things I do. Just really stupid things, and she's so tolerant. She's so tolerant. But I had no idea that she'd watched that video of me until like a year later I was watching it in our dorm, and I was like, we got robbed. And she turns around and she's like, hey, did you know that I thought you talked like that? And I was like, no, because you never told me that. You actually watched that, and we're like, I want to live with that. I want to bring home new friends to that. That is exactly what I crave. But, oh, that's really all I have for you. I just wanted to honor my best friend Shay with this little daily. You guys are great. Have a great night.